Ghost Beast!
Ghost Beast.
Ghost Beast!
Hello and welcome to
Ghost Beast!
Horror Podcast. I'm Todd. I'm joined by my wife, Becca. Hi, Becca.
Oh, shit.
What?
I bumped into the mic. Hi.
Hello. So we watched the movie Circle. So Circle came out in 2015, and it says it was directed by Hann and Mario Miscione. Hopefully I'm saying that right.
That sounds right.
And it looks like they really only did some TV series. One's called The Vault, and the other's called Dark Web. I don't know.
I think I might have seen Dark Web.
Oh, really?
I don't know, though. I had to see a poster or something.
Not familiar. So I think this is their only motion picture that they directed. But this is a movie that's in the, it's for the cube heads out there like me. I don't know what this genre is called, but it's one that I actually really like.
It's like human traps or something.
Yeah, I guess so. Because I introduced you to Cube.
Yeah.
And that's a movie.
That's pretty good.
I always liked Cube a lot. And it's that idea of like people being in, it's almost like an adult obstacle course or, you know, like some kind of situation where there's traps and they have to like figure out the rules and everything. I don't know how, like, I guess it's just the Cube genre. But Circle is like, it's definitely one of those kinds of movies. So we're going to give our general thoughts here, but like there isn't much that we can say before we get to spoilers.
Oh, yeah. You're just going to, it's immediate spoiler.
Yeah, because I mean, that's the thing about these movies is it's fun just figuring out the rules and like what's going on in the situation. Because in this one, it's a big group of people that wake up in a room where they're standing on these like circles of light or something. There's like weird light patterns. And they start very quickly realizing there's like an eye in the middle of the room that kills them if they break certain rules. So does that sound like a good like non-spoilery setup?
I mean, I guess so, but like I think we'll probably even put in the description, like if you don't want to be spoiled, like don't.
Well, we can we can say generally like how we
Yeah.
feel about it.
Yeah.
There's just not much we could say specifically. Because
Yeah.
I will say like, as far as the Cube style movies, this is like, it's not super high on the list for me. It feels like it was very low budget production and they really took advantage of this concept, you know, which I'm a big fan of these like high concept things like this. And it's interesting because it all does take place in that one space. So it's just relying on the actors. You know, and there's been other movies we saw. Do you remember the name of that movie with the guy from True Blood where he's like stuck in a bathroom the whole time?
Infinity Pool?
No. Not Infinity
I mean, like,
Pool.
he kind of is. Oh, wait, no, that's not.
Shit. What's that guy's name from True Blood?
Alex Skarsgård?
No,
Who are you talking about?
the like hick guy.
The hick guy.
It's Ryan, this guy.
Here's an ad.
Oh, it's a picture right there.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that guy.
He was in... Yeah, it was that movie Glorious, where it's like him stuck in a public restroom
Yeah.
the whole time.
That was really good.
I do like those kind of movies when it's like you get this contained space and you have one actor. There's another one with Ryan Reynolds, and he was like buried alive. I don't think we saw that together. That one's really good. The whole thing is like inside this box that he's buried in.
Okay.
So like those kind of movies can be really interesting. This one, it did feel like they were just saving on the budget, and there was like one recognizable actor and the rest of them, I don't want to like shit on people.
No, yeah.
But it wasn't like, I don't think the acting really carried this concept, you know.
No, and I mean, like you mentioned, I think like this needed, I feel like this concept needed like good acting in order for it to like be successful. Like, because are we going into spoilers now?
Not yet. Let me just say, because if there's people listening who are wondering if they want to watch it or not, I think the biggest complaint that I have about it is that it really just all is in that one room. I mean, I don't know if that's a spoiler or not, but it's like, it's worth noting it feels like they start really like running out of ideas.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot to stretch out a whole movie in that one setting. And I think that doesn't help the actors either.
No.
Because there was a point where it started to feel like, okay, like where are we going with this? Because it was just like not a lot that was really happening.
Well, I feel like there's a lot of things that could have lent.
Lent?
I feel like there's a lot of things that could have lent to the concept that just weren't there. Like there wasn't really any production design. Like there wasn't really an art department. Like, and again, I don't want to shit on like what, like, you know, you can only use what's in your budget.
Yeah.
But like things like having costumes available and like I'll get into that later to what maybe I feel like could have helped there. But also like I thought it could have been cool if it was like a found footage situation.
Yeah, that could have been interesting.
Like I feel like that could have like helped. Like if we were seeing like I can't even name what it is. You know, like this is not helping.
I'm kind of with you. I like found footage is kind of cliche at this point, but the idea that the movie, it does feel like very low production.
Yeah.
And stuff like found footage can help to kind of hide that.
Yeah.
And add more style to it.
Yeah.
But I think all I just really wanted to say is that, yeah, it feels like it kind of runs out of steam. And honestly, I don't think the ending was like a good enough payoff for all of that. So at the end of the day, I didn't hate it. It's not a bad movie. Like it's interesting. The concept is interesting. And it does have some interesting stuff it does with it. It's just, maybe it's like halfway there, you know, to being a great Cube movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. You agree with that?
Yeah,
like
I agree with that.
Okay. So, yeah, we'll get right into the spoilers then, so we get more specific. Yeah, I think like it's kind of funny how quickly that they start figuring out that like, oh, it's voting. Like they get to that very quickly, which I guess they kind of have to because that's the concept of the movies. They find out they can't step outside the circle. And then every like 2 minutes they have to vote using like some weird alien like AR thing.
Yeah.
they use that to vote on someone. Whoever gets the most votes gets killed. So it very quickly turns into like social commentary, like they're splitting into teams and it feels very like left versus right.
Yeah.
And playing with like all the moral questions and dilemmas, like with the child being there and the girl who's pregnant.
Yeah.
And then of course the rich assholes and the racist cop. And it's like, it's a lot of like very stereotypical caricatures. There was some interesting stuff, like the people who were pretending to be married.
Oh, yeah, that was interesting. I think my favorite part was the guy that looked like he came straight out of a I Think You Should Leave sketch.
Yeah, when I totally forgot about that. When they start out going for the oldest people, because they're like, fuck them, they're going to be dead soon anyway. And they get the one old guy who's like, yeah, I remember stuff too. And he's like making shit up to try and seem valuable. That was so fucking funny.
Yeah.
I was like, I could see Tim Heidecker playing him in a skit.
Yeah, I'd love to see like Tim Robinson recreate this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is funny that most of it did feel like pretty predictable.
Yeah.
And even like a lot of the I guess the points that it was making felt like it wasn't saying too much.
No,
you know, it
really
was
wasn't.
very predictable. I think that's part of why I felt like it ran out of steam, because it just felt like, okay, we're going through the motions. Like, can we just move it along, see where the ending payoff is? So I think, yeah, it's everything I was saying about it kind of coming halfway there, because it's a really good concept. And there is some cool stuff in there, but it just feels like need a little more time in the oven, I guess.
Yeah, and what I was saying about like the art department is like, apparently they're like on a spaceship, they got like abducted or something, and it's like the apocalypse, and like they're all in pristine clothing, like nobody's roughed up.
Yeah, it does feel kind of like a play or something.
Somebody like like no one's shirt's like torn or like wrinkled. Like everything's like perfectly ironed.
Yeah.
Like nobody has like dirt on their face, or like everybody's got like perfect hair and perfect makeup.
Yeah.
And it's not really setting the scene for like what is going on. It's like it's very dry.
Yeah, and I guess the other thing for me is that like they have the guy who claims he can remember stuff from getting abducted, and it feels like it's building out like, okay, what's happening here? Why did they get abducted? Like, what's the secret? Like they kind of play with that a little bit. And then they like leave it behind very quickly.
Yeah.
And I think that's another thing that would have made this a lot more interesting. Because there's a certain element of like you don't want to say too much because the mystery is part of what makes it interesting. But I think like because even Cube, I don't think Cube ever explains like why are they there, Yeah,
but at least in Cube, I don't need that because I'm getting enough from the rest of the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just feels like there wasn't enough because Cube does like, I mean, it's been a while since I've seen those, and I know the sequels are like garbage, but I think there was like some kind of common thread between the people, so you can kind of start thinking like, oh, maybe it's this. Like it feels like a mystery, and this didn't have that sense of mystery. You know?
I feel like it was like all loose ends. Like I didn't get anything by the end of the movie.
Yeah, and that's the thing is then at the end of the movie, it's like, okay, the one guy who was being the most like nice and diplomatic and, all that, he basically reveals at the end, he does this whole trick so he can be the last one alive.
Yeah, they have the one person who supposedly remembers everything that happens is a huge liar. Which is also like, what is...
Well, no, it's an interesting thing when you're thinking like, okay, well, who's going to be last?
Yeah.
Like... It is a little more interesting that it's this guy who only reveals at the last second that like, oh no, he's been playing the game the whole time.
Yeah.
But then it's like he gets dropped back down on Earth and you see like, yes, they are spaceships, but there's just like people standing around like staring at him, and he walks up to them. And I didn't know what it was trying to say there.
I'll say honestly, if they would have just cut right when he got dropped in that like, it's like that LA, that sound, where they always shoot films in LA, that one thing. If he would have just got dropped there and you would have seen the spaceship and it would have cut, that would have been satisfying enough for me, because I saw that and I was like, very satisfied. I was like, that's good. But then they kept going and I'm like, I don't need to see anymore.
Well, what I was expecting was like he would get dropped and looked around and you would see like these individual spread out people as if it's like, oh, these are all the survivors.
Yeah. Like
they just culled the population or something. And there might be something interesting there, at least like adds to the mystery.
Yeah, but it didn't do that.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm just, because I was even thinking like, ooh, maybe it'll be this, but maybe they'll subvert it somehow. And it's like, no, it's just nothing.
Yeah.
It's just like, it just kind of fell apart there.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say I hate it. I liked it more than Jeepers Creepers 3. That's for sure. But it's kind of like a pretty basic Cube movie. But I'll give it points for that just because I like that.
Yeah.
So do you have any final thoughts, or is that it?
I mean, no, I don't think there's really anything else to say. I mean, it's okay, a movie.
Yeah. It was just,
It wasn't bad.
It was okay.
Ish.
Yep. All right, so that's it for Circle. You can find us if you go to ghostbeast.com. It's got links to everything. You can search for Ghost Beast Pod in most places. We're Ghost Beast on Letterboxd, so follow us there for reviews for all the movies and our ultimate horror list. And then you can email us at podcast@ghostbeast.com with any recommendations, or you could tell us how stupid and wrong we are about how awesome Circle is. I don't know. Maybe not. Don't do that. All right, bye.